guys, my name's Dungus, and today the story, you can already tell by the title what it's gonna be. Anyways, before you get into the story, make sure to like this video or else no joke, no scam. I'm gonna steal your toilet paper out of your house, every single last toilet paper out of your house. So if you don't want that to happen, like the video. Anyways, let's get into it. So this story's pretty much about how me and my friend Raptor, he's on this channel. Hi, buddy. How we annoyed the prep teacher for the entire day, or for the entire year, and we made her quit. Pretty much, the prep teacher would teach us art and take us to the computer lab every single. So, art would be on Thursdays, computer lab would be on Fridays. We had computer lab because we had some assignments to do. Yeah, enough with that. Let's get into the story. So one day on the fourth day of school, our teacher walks in and she explains to us that we'll be having a prep teacher. Like I already explained, she'll be taking us to she'll be teaching us art on Thursdays and taking us to the computer lab on Fridays. We see this lady walk in. I'm pretty sure I don't see Karen. I see an 88-year-old woman about to die, okay? She looks so old, but really I think she's 50 or something. She walks in with her hair dyed that's fully white, walks in with some grandma clothes. These really look like my grandma's clothes, okay? She stunk. She's really disgusting. She stinks, okay? When she walked past me, I swear I smelled every single last piece of garbage. You know, I'm pretty sure I smelled dog poop, human poop, whatever. I'm pretty sure she smelled like that. I don't know if my friend remembers it. But yeah. So, me and Raptor are at lunch, or recess, and he tells me, hey, you want to annoy the teacher for the entire year? I'm like, you see, this is why we're friends, okay? Yeah. And I say, yeah. And so we get back into class after recess, and we already got the plan set out. Now, we weren't allowed to get up to get coloring pencils without asking someone first. Because if we didn't ask someone first, then it would, because some people would go up more than 4 times, because we only had 4 times to get the colors that we wanted. If someone was going up more than 4 times, then they already knew that they were probably going over there for some other reason. Maybe just forgot a color, I don't know. That's really stupid. But luckily I had my own coloring pencils, so I wouldn't be the one doing this job. Actually, I'm kind of glad. My reputation is still not ruined, because they never found out I was helping him. His reputation isn't ruined either, because I'll tell you why later on in the video. Anyways, he explains that, okay, I'll be his lookout. So pretty much he's going to use up all his 4 chances, and whenever she's looking away, he's going to raise his hand and shout really loud, that he needs help and needs coloring pencils. So I pretty much have to tell him whenever she's turned around and he raises his hand and screams to the top of his lungs. I scream to the top of my lungs, but not in school. I would never do that. Only outside, okay. And so she turns her back for a second. He uses up all his 4 chances first. She turns her back for 1 second, and he screams. I swear this man, Raptor, screams. He raises his hand and says, "Teacher, I need some help." He turns around like she just had a heart attack, like she's seeing a ghost or something. Turned around, looked at him, and went over to him. She said, "Hey, what do you need help with?" He says, "I need some coloring pencils." And she says, "But you've already went up 4 times. You don't need any other times." And by the way, we were drawing a cup, okay? I drew some Naruto characters in it. I drew Naruto Sasuke in it. Really, it wasn't really that big of a deal. I don't know why you would have us draw a cup in the first place if you just said to this man, this little student right now, that it didn't matter. It was just a cup and we didn't need colors for it. Then why would you have us draw it in the first place? This is what was stupid about this woman. She had like 5 IQ, okay? Not even 5, 2 IQ, okay? 1, okay? I don't even care. So he says, "But I forgot a color," and she says, "Just tell me the colors you want, and I'll go get them." And he says, No, you don't have to do that. And then she says, "Well, what do you need the colors for in the first place?" He says that he needs them for the cup. He says he wants to color the cup a few different colors. And she says, "No, just use the colors that you need." And he says, "Well, but I need other colors." And he starts yelling at her and stuff. And she says, "Listen, you better calm down right now, or else I'm telling the teacher." She threatened us for the entire year. And we stopped for like the whole entire day. But then after doing a few weeks and she still threatened us, we quickly realized that she wasn't gonna tell the teacher whatsoever, and that it was just a threat. She was just trying to scare little kids. I don't know who does that. Stupid. Baka. We realized sooner or later that she was never gonna tell the teacher, so that's the thing. Anyways, another Thursday comes and it's finally time for art. She told us that we have to draw a tree. She kept telling us to draw stupid things. Everyone's drawing a tree, and so she turns her back for like she goes outside to go to the bathroom or something, and she tells us to be quiet even though everyone's talking. And pretty much we had to look out. Whoever would be at the door looking for her to come down the hallway would tell us when she's coming down the hallway, and then we would have to be quiet until she got in. So pretty much, he turns around to me and he says, "Hey, look, another lookout mission. I need you to tell me when her back is turned or when she's helping somebody so I can raise my hand and say I need help, and it's going to be really funny." That's all I was doing. That's all I was doing to help. I was just leading his lookout. That's how good of a lookout I am. And I'm like, okay. And then, yeah, she comes back in and she helps another student. I said, "Psst, she's helping another student." I whisper to him and he says, "Hey, teacher, I need some help." He raises his hand and she says, "All right, just a minute." So he waits her impatiently, making her even more annoyed by dropping his pencils all over the floor for a few minutes. I'm pretty sure she knows what he's doing. So she goes over to him and says, "Okay, what do you need help with?" And he says, "I have a question." And she says, "Okay, what's that question?" "Did we color inside the lines or outside the lines?" She looks at him like she literally just heard she looks at him like he just said the most baddest word in the world. Okay, maybe she was like it was her kid and she just said a bad word and she was about to beat him with a chancla. Okay, with a shoe, a chancla. Okay, she was about to get beat. But no, this is a school and it's not like the old days. She looks at him and she says, "Hey, what do you mean? Do you color outside or inside the lines? What are you even trying to do?" And he explains how there's things outside of the tree that there sometimes are. And he says, "Can I color inside the lines or outside the lines? Is that an option?" And she explains, "Honestly, I don't really care. I don't know why there's things outside the tree that you would need to ask me a question for that." And he explains, "Wow, you're being very rude. I'm asking you a question." And she explains, "Listen, I know what you're doing. You guys have been doing it for the entire week." She looks at me and she says, she says, "You guys have been doing it for the entire past few weeks I've been here. Listen." And then she looks at me and says, looks at both of us, looks back and forth. She says, "Listen, if you guys don't stop doing it, I'm going to tell your teacher." We already knew it was fake, so we said, okay. With a little sigh, like we actually were worried that she would tell the teacher. But even though we were to keep on doing it, anyways, in the computer lab, it wasn't really anything. We couldn't think of anything to annoy her with. But finally, we got it. At lunch, she sits right next to me and says, "Hey, I got an idea." And he explains to me that, okay, so we sit next to each other because our last names are pretty much both kind of the same. It has the first letter in it, so we sit next to each other. It's in ABC order, so I guess that's okay. I don't know why we sat next to each other in the first place in the computer lab. It was like by ABC order with our last names. So he explained to me that every time she was turning her back, I would whisper to him, and he would raise his hand. And so he explained to me that he's gonna do something. He's gonna go on YouTube and do something very, very mischievous. I look at him I look at him and I say, "What? What do you mean? What are you gonna do?" And he says, "You'll see." I'm extremely worried at this point because when Raptor says that he's gonna do something and he doesn't tell you what he's gonna do, it's more than likely something that is gonna get you into real trouble. So back then, when we got into the computer lab at my school, we weren't allowed to go on YouTube because we may be on something inappropriate or something like that, playing some Minecraft on my mind or something inside the computer lab or something, or playing Mine Diamonds or something. They didn't want that screaming stuff inside the computer lab, even though I played Mine Diamonds on accident because we back in like a year ago in 5th grade, we had a teacher that would let us go on a prep teacher that would let us go on YouTube. And I started playing it and it was really loud. She told me to stop, and I said, "Aww." And I turned it off, but it was playing. It was playing very quietly into my headphones as I listened to it while doing my math. Anyways, we were told to do this little math thing because it's math and we were told to do it. So we had to play this little math website and we kept doing it and he says, okay, now's the time. Tell me when she's turning her back. I whisper into his ear that she turned his back and he immediately goes on YouTube and plays that one Green Alien song. Okay. You remember that song that was like a meme 2 years ago or something, maybe a year ago? Tell me the name because I honestly forgot. It was like that little Green Alien song. He starts playing it and she immediately hears it because it's on full volume. Everyone starts looking at us. They know I'm a part of it because they heard that we've been getting in trouble because we annoyed her. She hears the alien music and we just act like nothing's going on. I'm doing my math game. She says, "Hey, turn that off. You're not supposed to be on YouTube." And he explains, "But why?" And she says, "You're not allowed on YouTube because what you're playing is really inappropriate right now." I don't know how she knew what it said. She didn't speak Spanish, so I don't know. After turns around and says, "But I didn't hear you say that we had to do the math game." Well, you must have, and she says, "Well, you must have misheard me wrong because we were supposed to do it." And I look at Raph and I'm like, "Dude, we should stop." And he's like, "No, it's fine." And so she looks at him and says, "But I want to go on YouTube. What if I need it for help?" And she says, "You gotta ask your classmates for help." And of course, I'm very good at math, but I'm not gonna tell anybody. I don't feel like helping people, and he already knows that. I'm good at math, but I never feel like helping people. But he looks at me and says, "But I don't want to ask for help. What if I want to figure it out by myself?" And she says, "Well, you study and work and pay attention in class for that." He looks at her and says, "But I need it." And she says, "Turn it off now, else I'm telling your teacher and you're getting detention for a week." He turns it off, even though we all knew that wasn't true. And we go on with our day. And the next, after the she told us that she would be here next year, but it was all a lie because at the end of the school year, we got news that she quit, and so we were the reason that she quit. She probably has to take meds now, which is probably our fault, but I don't really care. So yeah, that was the story about how we annoyed our teacher, the prep teacher, for like a year and made her quit. If you guys did enjoy the story, please subscribe and put on notifications for more to get notified about stories like this one. Hope you enjoyed my Hanzo gameplay. I'm also a Genji main, by the way. Yeah, goodbye. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like the video as well. Yeah, goodbye. Have a good day. Give me some, pet me right now. I'm the lucky pupper. I'll give you a cookie. I'll reply and give you a cookie, okay? Thank you. And goodbye, noobs. I'm just kidding, you're not a noob. But goodbye.